Hello, we are here once again to feed you mathematically. Welcome to Mathematics Meal, a lovely and wonderful program designed for all beautiful and handsome people like you. Today on Mathematics Meal, our business is on circle geometry. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Mathematics Meal 1 and make sure you follow Engineer Ike Okechukwu on Facebook, or you follow our page on Facebook at Mathematics and Science Meal. Alright, thank you. We know that circle geometry is a very important topic as far as the study of mathematics is concerned, especially for those that are preparing for external exams like WASI and the UTME, that's the one being organized by JAMB. Okay, there are various theorems in circle geometry, so we'll be taking these theorems one after the other. So we'll be looking at theorem 1 today. Please make sure you stay away from every form of distraction because this is a very important topic and students have been struggling with this topic. If you fail to understand the concept of these theorems, then you cannot really apply them in solving problems. Alright, what is theorem 1 all about? So let's look at theorem 1. Look at the statement of theorem 1. The angle which an arc of a circle subtends at the center is twice that which it subtends at any part or point on the remaining part of the word circumference. Big grammar. And someone is wondering, what's all this about? Don't worry, we are going to break it down now. Yeah, already we have two different diagrams, two figures that we are going to use to explain this particular theorem. Now, let me put this theorem in another way. Now, commonly we say twice angle at the circumference is equal to angle at the center. So in this particular diagram, the center is O. So we are saying that twice angle at the circumference, 2 times the angle at the circumference will give us the angle at the word at the center. That's the short form of saying it, but we must understand something. So we are going to derive certain important points that were mentioned in this particular theorem so that students can understand the basis of circle theorem 1. Okay, let's look at this. It says the angle which an arc subtends. So the first important term I want you to note is the word, the arc, subtends at the center. So another important point, an arc subtends at the center is twice that which is subtends at any point of the remaining part of the word circumference. Now, before someone can jump into conclusion that twice angle at the circumference is equal to angle at the center, we must understand the circumference. Let's have this. Now, the whole of this part talks about the circumference of the circle. So if I have this now, for example, this angle is at the circumference. Can you see that now? This angle is at the word circumference. Now, this one also is at the circumference. This one is at the circumference. This is also at the word at the circumference. So once an angle is at any part, all these points I'm making here, once an angle is on this part, the angle is an angle at the word at the circumference. So this angle is at the circumference, this angle is at the circumference, this angle is at the circumference, this one is at the circumference, this one is at the circumference, this one is also at the circumference. All of them, they are all angles at a circumference, so settled. So when we talk about angle being at any part of the circumference, we know what it means now. So all these angles are angles at the word circumference. Established? Yes. At least you now know what we mean by an angle being at the word circumference. I think that is clear. Okay? Now, the second thing that we need to look at is this. Angle at the circumference is subtended by an arc. An arc is an incomplete circumference. Let me draw another circle. Okay, let's draw this. Don't mind me. I'm not using a compass, so we may not have a perfect circle. We have to manage. Okay, now if I have this angle this angle at the circumference. What produced this angle at the circumference is an arc from here to here. That's an arc. An arc is part of the circumference of a circle. So the whole of this is the circumference. So part of it is what? An arc. So you see, the lines that produce this angle, they originated from an arc. And what is the arc? From here to here. You see that? If I have another angle somewhere there, this is another angle at the circumference, you will see that we have an arc that subtended this particular angle. So this arc subtended this angle. This particular arc subtended this particular angle. If I have this and this, you see that this arc also subtended this what? This angle. This arc subtended this angle. This arc also subtended this angle at the circumference. This one is the one that subtended this what? Angle. So the lines that produce this angle, they started from this arc. That's this angle. You see the lines. You see, why I'm taking time to explain this is so that you will understand this particular theorem well. Because if you fail to understand it, it will be practically impossible for you to apply this theorem in trying to solve problems of circular geometry. So you look at this. This arc, the lines that form this angle, they originated from this arc. Likewise, the line that formed this one, they originated from this arc. So you now see that when we have an angle at the circumference, there is an arc that will do what? That will subtend, an arc that will produce the angle. The arc that produced the angle at the circumference. So every angle at the circumference, we have an arc that will produce it. I think that's also clear. So we have dealt with angle at the what? Circumference. Now we can also have angles at the center. We can have an angle at the center. So if you have this and you have this, and this is, if this is the center of this circle, then this angle is at the center. This angle also is at the center. So we have two angles at the center. So if I have this, if this place is the center, this angle, this one, this reflex angle is at the center. This one is also at the what? At the center. So I'm facing this now. Now you notice that this angle at the center also, the lines that produce it originated from what? An arc. This arc produced this angle. Why this particular arc produce this one? So whether an angle is at the center or at the circumference, one thing is certain: there is an arc that will subtend the what? The angle. For example, we have seen that this angle at the center now was subtended by this what? By this arc. So whether an angle is at the center or whether it is at the what? Circumference, there must be an arc that will do what? That will subtend the what? That will subtend the angle. So this one is angle at the center and is being subtended by this arc. This one also is the reflex angle at the center. So the whole of this arc from here to here, that's what produced this what? This angle. Okay, since we have said that, we can now begin to talk about this theorem. So once this theorem is saying is that twice angle at the circumference is equal to angle at the center if the angle at the circumference and the angle at the center, they originated from the same word, from the same arc. If their origin is from the same word, from the same arc. So the only way twice angle at the circumference, 2 times the angle at the circumference, will be equal to the angle at the center is if the angle at the center originated from the same arc that produced the angle at the wall circumference. So if 2 of them, if the angle at the center and the angle at the circumference did not originate from the same arc, then this theorem will not hold. So this theorem can only hold when the angle at the circumference and the angle at the center both originated from the what? From the same what? Arc. You see that? So that's why in this place now, you will notice that this is the angle at the circumference. Do you notice that the lines that produce this angle at the circumference, they started from this arc. You can see that. Look at this arc. From here to here, that's arc AB. Arc AB is what produce which angle now? This angle X, because look at the line. You can see that. You can see that from the figure. The same way, this angle at the center Y, also the lines that produce the angle at the center also originate from the what? From this particular arc AB. So this angle, the lines that produce it originated from here. This one, the line that produces it, is also from this particular arc. Therefore, we can say that twice angle at the circumference is equal to angle at the what? Center. So 2 times S2 will give me what? Y. Because the angle at the circumference and the angle at the center both starts from the same what? From the same arc. Both start from the same arc. Both of them originated from the same arc. So the same thing x1. You notice that x1 is angle at the circumference. S3 is also angle at the circumference. And if you look at x1, you will see that x1, look at this, the arc that produced x1 is this arc. Look at S3. It is this arc also that produced S3. So you see that twice this will give me this. Twice this will also give me this. Why? The arc that subtended S3 is the same arc that subtended angle Y. That's the angle at the center. So twice angle at the circumference is equal to angle at the what? Center. If and only if the two angles are from the same what? Arc. You get that now? If the two angles are from the same arc. So what it means is that if I have a circle, let's say I have a circle, I have center O, and I have this, beautiful enough, I have that in my diagram, and I have, let's say I have A, I have B, and I have C. Let's say I have this. Now, you cannot say that twice this will give me A. 2 times C, which is angle at the circumference, cannot give me A. Why? The arc that produced C is different from the arc that produced this angle at the center. The angle at the center, look at it here. So it started, the arc that produced it is the whole of this arc. But you notice that the arc that produced C is just from here to here. So you see that twice C will not give me what? A, because C and A did not originate from the same what? From the same what? Arc. The arc that produced C is different from the arc that produced what? That produced A. But twice B will give me what? A. Because the same arc that produced B, which is from here to here, that's what produced B, is the same arc that produced what? That produced A. So you have to be very careful. When students are very quick to say twice angle at the circumference equals angle at the center. Before you shout that, you must make sure that that angle at the circumference and the angle at the center, that both originated from the same word, from the same arc. If that is not the case, then there is a problem. The same thing is applicable here. You look at this. This. Look at this. This and this. So this is the arc that produced this angle. And the same arc produced this one. So the same arc produced this one. So twice P will give me what? Q. 2 times P will give me Q. Why? Twice angle at the circumference is equal to angle at the center, if and only if they are produced by the same word, by the same arc. I believe that this is very clear now. And this is very clear. So from this figure, from the above figures, we can actually say that y is equal to 2x1, y is also equal to 2x2, and y is also 2x3. Then q is equal to 2 what? 2p. The same reason, twice angle at the circumference, twice angle at the circumference, equals angle at the center. provided they are subtended by the same word, by the same arc. So it's the same reason that is applicable here, the same reason applicable here, and the same reason also applicable here. You see that? So we must note this. We are not yet ready to solve problem. I want to make sure that you digest this particular theorem and make sure that you have understood every aspect of this theorem and what it stands for. Because if you did not understand this concept, then it will be difficult to apply it in solving what? In solving problem. Remember, let's draw this again before we conclude. If I have this is a circle with this center. If I have this, if I have that, if I have that, you can have things as complex as this. So this angle and this angle and this angle, three of them, they originated from here, from the same arc. So these ones are the circumference, while this one is at the center. So twice this angle, if this angle is A, this is B, if this is C, twice A will give me what? C, because A is at the circumference and it originated from this same arc that subtended what? That subtended C. The same thing, B is at the circumference. Twice B will give me this. Why? Both B and C, they originated from this particular arc. But if I have angle D here, twice D, even though D is at the circumference, but twice D will not give me what? C. Twice D will not give me C. Why? The arc that produced D is different from the arc that produced C, which is at the wall, at the center. I think that's enough. So in our next video, our business is to start using this theorem in solving what? In solving problems. There are so many other theorems that we are yet to look at as far as circle theorem is concerned. Yes, I am telling you, so many theorems. We have angles in the same segment are equal. We have angles subtended in a semicircle is right angle. Opposite angles of a cyclic wall is supplementary. Then we have a stereo angle of a cyclic wall is equal to the opposite interior angle. So many of them. Then you move to tangent. You have angles in alternate segments are equal. We talk about two tangents that meet at a external point are equal. We talk about a line drawn from the center to the point of tangent in a circle is perpendicular to the tangent. There are so many theorems, and we must know these theorems if we are going to actually solve problems on circle geometry. Till I come your way next time, continue to enjoy our meal. Go to any of our platforms on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. We are all over the place. Make sure you take a meal a day so that you remain healthy in mathematics and in sciences. In our next video on circle geometry, we're going to solve some problems on this particular theorem. That is the angle which an arc of a circle subtended at the center is twice that which is subtended at any point on the remaining part of the word circumference. We are going to solve problems on this. Make sure that you have taken our time to understand this particular theory. Thank you and God bless you. I'm still your friend, your brother, and also your tutor, Engineer Ike Okechukwu. I still love you.